You're listening to Spark TV, where we bring you daily interviews with real women in business at all stages. I'm your host, Danielle Lewis, and I am so grateful to have you here.
Let's face it, we've
Yeah.
had generations where we've been locked out of business, we've been locked out of funding. And, let's face it, like I'm old enough that when I went to apply for my first credit card, I couldn't do that. I had to have my dad as guarantor.
Wow.
So, it's in my lifetime that, even the banking industry had,
Yeah.
had shut the door was shut for us. So we've got a long way to catch up. So in that, things like commercialization, we just didn't have the language. We're not taught it. We don't understand the terminology. We don't understand the process. So there's been a real catch up. And I think because we are so smart, we've caught up very fucking quickly.
Yes.
And now we're here going, okay, now choose us too.
Yeah.
But of course, there's still other, um, systemic issues that we need to be dealing with.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of, and it's interesting. So I come from the vintage of, so I was the lone woman walking into the
Mm.
River City
Yeah,
Labs
you were.
networking
You
events.
were. It was like, who's this?
Yeah. And then, but I mean, it's funny. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm pretty oblivious. Like I just think I
Mm.
can do anything, which
Yeah.
bodes very well for me. But
Mm.
where I found issue was, certainly threw my hat in the ring for things, and then I only through that process realized, I guess,
Mm.
some of the discrimination that did happen with women when it came to investment and grant funding. Like, I mean, what really did it for me was I think it was federal government. There was a female founder grant,
Yes.
which has since been discontinued, but
Mm.
basically where I was at in my business, like it was going to be perfect, but we had too many male shareholders. So I got rejected because we were too male. I'm like, so even as a
Oh my
female founder, you are
God.
making it prohibitive for a female founder to get
Yeah.
access to female founder funding
Yeah.
because of other elements, like because of a tick box.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the seed got planted for the Spark Women in Business grants.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because so many women come to me and say stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, well, we can't apply for all of these programs, so I assume we can't apply for yours." And I'm
Mm.
like, "No, that's why we invented Spark, because I was pissed off with all of that stuff."
Yes.
And I
Yes.
was like, "You don't have to be tech. You don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
be majority female. You don't have
Mm.
to be XYZ. It's like get more money in the hands of
Mm-hmm.
women."
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct, correct. I put together a proposal. I've called it the 365 initiative because
Cool.
if we can move the needle by 3 to 5%, we can open up to $6 billion worth of immediate economic potential in Australia. And
Holy
and
shit.
and
Wow.
if we open up the opportunity and make it more fair, we have an opportunity to open up $128 billion in Australia alone. And here
Wow.
we are, like we've got the Australian treasurer, so Mr. Chalmers, talking this week. Oh, I think we need to do tax reform because we've got some productivity issues. Like productivity is flattening and decreasing a little bit. It's just like, have I got an idea for you?
Can
And
make an impact.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I've been sending this promotion, like I've sent it out to multiple Australian ministers. I've sent it to all the states, and I've gone.
I know.
You know what? We need a program that
Yeah.
stops discriminating against women because they don't
Mm.
have tech businesses. Like,
Yeah.
sure, let's support women in
Yeah.
in tech, but you also need to understand that just across the board, women do more with the funding that you give them. Like they
Yes.
turn that into another 78 cents for every dollar that you give them. They
Wow.
employ more people.
Mhm.
And, oftentimes women or other disadvantaged people in the community. And and then once they're on a roll, those businesses are around for a long time and they build then generational wealth. And it's
Yes.
just like, what more can you want?
Yeah, I know. And it's like every business can't be a fucking tech business. It
Correct.
can't all be a piece of software. Like you think about
Yeah.
everything that's in the room around you now. Sure,
Mm,
we're on laptops doing the tech
mm,
stuff, but there's
mm.
just so many things to our life
Yeah.
that we consume and that we need and that we
Hmm.
rely on in our day to day,
Mm,
and all of that is important and all of that contributes to exactly what you said, the economy,
hmm.
employment.
Hmm.
And and there's a stat as well around when women do well in their businesses, they often give back more into their
Correct.
communities. So
Correct. You know,
none of
they
it's bad. None of it's bad.
yes, exactly, exactly. So I'm currently reworking that proposal and creating a blueprint this time and
Mm,
sending it back out and saying, well, this productivity issue that you think that you have in Australia,
mm.
let's move forward with this little idea.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's incredible. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, good on you. Like, do you know how many people like whinge about the state of circumstances and never do
Mm,
anything about
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I just love that you
Mm,
have had a career watching things unfold and
mm.
you're like, nope, no, we can do better.
Yeah, yeah, we can. We can.